Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And all that is all praise to the Most High God in the name of His Son, Christ. You dig what I'm saying? Back at you, Lord willing, with some more edification. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, we are the children of the Most High. We are God's chosen people. We are the Jews that the Bible speaks of. It's time for us to come back to our God-given laws, statutes, and commandments, and to worship our God as it is written in the book, man. Not how we've been taught to worship Him, in the land of our captivity, where it's the wrong way, all right? So we living in the last days, man, so we won't get destroyed. It's that simple, all right? So the title of this video, as you can see, is Quit Blaming Satan for the evils that happen in your life. He's just the hitman, and the Most High is basically the one that sent out the hit. You feel me? Take accountability. Understand that you've been sinning, all right? Because the Lord is the one that sends the hit out, all right? A lot of our people, they like to say, Satan is working overtime. Is Satan working overtime, or are you working overtime to piss off the Lord? Excuse me. Is Satan working overtime, or are you working overtime to piss off the Most High? All right? Because I would think it's that. He works for the Most High, man. He works for the Lord. All right? I liken it to, the mafia guys. It was, Meyer Lansky was the top guy. Bugsy Siegel was the hit, man. The hitter. He had to get permission from Meyer Lansky before he went in to do a hit. All right? The Lord is the boss, man. So let's get right into it. Because the Lord, if you don't follow His commandments, man, He could be very terrible unto you. Extremely. The Lord loves to be called terrible. All right, we're going to get into that. All right, so we're going to start at the book of Job, chapter 18, verse 14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. So that's the Lord saying that He's the king of terrors, man. He's terrible. Anything that happens, He did it. Let's reiterate that. Let's go to Psalms chapter 66, verse 5. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 66, verse 5. Come and see the works of God, who's Yahweh. He is terrible in His doings toward the children of men. You dig what I'm saying? The Lord takes pride in being terrible, meaning putting horrible things on people who don't listen to Him. The children of Israel, the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. He can be terrible. I look at it like, one of them people that say, I'm a great friend, but I could be an even greater enemy. That's literally the Lord, man. The Lord can be a great father, but if you don't listen to Him, He can be terrible. All right? Let's get it in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11. Shalom, King. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verses 11. We're going to start at 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto God, and I trust also are made manifest unto consciousness. So that's why you see brothers right now on the highways and byways coming out with these video epistles, begging our people to wake up, man. Begging our people, the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, to wake up. because the Lord is terrible, man. Let's get verse 11 again. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord. We know the terror of the Lord, man. I know the terror of the Lord. You feel me? How terrible he can be. We persuade men, but are made manifest unto God, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciousness, man. So we begging our brothers and sisters to truly, sincerely come back to the Lord so you won't meet horrific judgment. Horrific judgment. All right? Let's get it one more time. We're going to go to the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 29. verse 29. Salakia. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 43, verse 29. The Lord is terrible, terrible and very great, and marvelous in his power, man. You know, it really reiterates that, man. Our God he's amazing, man. He's the biggest boss. He can be either good to you or he can be horrific, terrible to you. To a sinful, ungodly person. All right? Stop blaming Satan. Satan works for the Lord. Let's get that. We're going to go to Job chapter 2, verse 1. This is the book of Job chapter 2 and verse 1, you dig? Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. So all the angels came to present themselves to the Lord, all right? And Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. So this stigma that the Lord is battling Satan, that he hasn't, like, he has that much control, is ridiculous, man. Satan had to come to his employer. You know how when you go to your boss and ask him for a couple days off of work? That's what Satan has to do, man. He has to go to the boss, all right? And the Lord has to say yes. If the Lord doesn't say yes, it doesn't go through. He works for the Lord. So let's get there again. This is Job chapter 2, verse 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And you know what I'm saying? So Satan's constantly looking for ungodly people to basically mess up. I want to say another word. You feel me? He's looking for people that he can justify to the Lord, I got to get this guy or girl. All right? Let's move on to verse 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, and that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil. And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. Now we know what happened to Job. Job was tempted by Satan, got hit with all these plagues, all this horrific stuff. But we know that happened for the edification of us, to tell us to always keep faith. You feel me? No matter what's going on. All right? Job was upright. He was the perfect example, because the Lord knew he wouldn't break. So we know that the Lord just allowed that to happen so that we get more faithful in the Lord. All right? So we already see that Satan works for the Lord. Satan has a boss. All right? He does. All right? So let's get into... Dang. The Lord has, when our people go off, he's known for setting us straight, which is by which the sword, which is death, famine, pestilence, depression. All these different things are tools for the Lord to punish people, man. And that's what you got to realize. Reevaluate yourself. Like I said, a lot of people like to say Satan's working overtime. That's like a cop-out, man. That's like saying all these things are happening to you for no reason at all. You're doing everything right. The Lord's not mad at you. Nah, it don't work like that. He works for the Lord, man. The Lord sent that hit. All right? So let's go, you know what? Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 25. You get what you put out. You feel me? From the Lord. You get what you put out. If you follow the commandments, you'll be good. If you're not, if he ain't get you yet, he gonna get you. All right? So Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 25. Yet ye say, the way of the Lord is not equal. Hear now, O house of Israel, is not my way equal, or not your ways unequal? So the Lord's not going to, a servant of the Lord in truth and sincerity is not going to punish, you feel me, somebody who is truth and sincerity. His ways aren't, that would be unequal. That would be unequal. The Lord is equal. He's balanced. Just like he's good and he can cause evil. All in righteousness. You feel me? What's going on in Ukraine right now? Ukraine. That's righteous judgment, man. Leading up to the end of the world. And it's a beautiful thing. All right? So let's reiterate that. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 17. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 17. Dig. And if ye call on the Father, who without respect of persons judgeth according to every man's work, past the time of your sojourning here in fear. So we're supposed to be in fear of the Lord. Last week I brought out fear of the Lord, man. And we getting into why you need to fear the Lord. Because the Lord can send evil upon you, man. He judges everyone according to their work. Which is why when you eat all these wicked abominations, what usually happens? You get sick. Which is why when you do immoral sex acts, again, you get sick. Somebody know what I'm talking about. You get judged for what you do. Now, there's good judgment and there's wicked judgment. We're talking about wicked judgment now. But we're going to get into the good judgment for those who follow the Lord in truth and sincerity, that follow the commandments. It's not doing it for the vain glory. All right? Let's get one more from that. We're going to go to 2 Esdras chapter 5, verse 42. And the Lord, we got to be blessed that we had our God chose us, the Israelites, that he's capable of loving us and he's capable of doing terrible things, because ultimately the ones who wronged us, he's going to do terrible things unto them. Slavery was judgment for us, but their judgment is coming back on them. All right? And wow. 2 Esdras chapter 5, verse 42. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring. Swag. Like as there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first. The Lord's that's another way of saying what goes around comes around. You feel me? The Lord's not out here playing around, man. And in these last days, he's handing out a lot of judgment. Turn on the news, man. Go scroll down damn Facebook and Instagram, man. The Lord's giving out a lot of judgment to our people who won't hearken on to his word, man. A lot. Let's get that again. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring, like there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first, man. You don't want to become an example of why you should follow the Lord's commandments, man, because he will make you an example. Or he can make you an example in righteousness, and people see your fruits, and he shines his glory upon you. He can make you an example of why to follow him for the good things that will come to you. All right, we're going to get into that too. Let's go to, because the Lord is known by his judgments, you feel me? He judged Egypt. He literally had all that go down. We came out of Egypt, you feel me, through Moses, and he destroyed the Egyptians, man. And they knew the Lord after that. They weren't his people, but they knew of the Lord, man. The Lord wants his name to ring bells, man. For real. All right. Let's go to Psalms chapter 19, verse 9. See, you got a wise person when something bad happens, you ask, why did it happen? Because the Lord is not unrighteous. The Lord is righteous in all his ways, man. When something horrific happens, the Lord did it, man. When something horrible happens, the Lord did it. You feel me? When somebody get hit by a car, something bad happens, the Lord did it. Satan didn't go behind the Lord's back and cause that to happen. He wouldn't be the Most High. You feel me? If he didn't have control over everything, both sides of the playing field. All right? So let's go to Psalms chapter 19, verse 9, which is why we got to live righteous out here, man, because it's scary. The Lord is scary. This is Psalms chapter 19, verse 9. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. The Lord, when he judges you, whether it be good or bad, it was righteous because he said so. Because he said so. It's that simple. All right. Let's get another example. All right, because many, terrible things have happened in history, man. And some are put in these scriptures, but the Lord did it. He's the boss. All right, this is 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23. This is the book of 2 Kings chapter 2 and verse 23. Salaki. All right. And he went up thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head. Go up, thou bald head. Now, these are kids making fun of Elisha. Kids, little kids, man, making fun of this righteous brother because he had a bald head. All right, so let's see what happened to him. All right, and he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood and tear 42 children of them. So, you know what I'm saying? The Lord sent bears to rip apart children. Now, I know some people that might be too much for this. Ain't for everybody, man. The Lord sent bears to rip apart children. Now, some people may say, not my God. He wouldn't do that. Jesus. The Lord did that. That was judgment. The Lord's judgments are righteous, man. Which I, brothers, is reiterating. We got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. We got to come back to these commandments so you can be on the right side of judgment and not the evil side of it. All right? Let's go to Job chapter 43, verse 12. This is the book of Job chapter 43. Salakia. 34 and 12. Salakia. Yea, surely God will not do wickedly, neither will the Almighty pervert judgment. You feel me? God will not do wickedly. So another example, man, 9/11, whatever it was, man, that was the Lord did that. Was it wicked? No. The Lord did that. People got judged. Just like he sent them 2 bears to them 42 kids and ripped them apart. He sent them planes through them damn buildings, man, to judge those people, man. The Lord's not roses, flowers, and kisses all the time, man. Especially when you don't follow these commandments. Like, I'm going to reiterate, like, it's like that friend that says, you know, I could be the best friend or I can be your worst enemy. That's the Lord. He can do great things for you, or he can do horrific things to you. All right? And a lot of people don't get that. You feel me? A lot of people see certain things and they don't understand. All right, let's get that. Psalms chapter 10, verse 4. This is the book of Psalms chapter 10 and verse 4. We're going to start at 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. See, God got to be in your thoughts at all times, man. You got to be addicted to the Lord, man. You got to be addicted to this wisdom and knowledge, and understanding, man. You got to want to get closer to the Lord every minute, second, and hour of the day. You got to watch your steps, man. All right? His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. See, the Lord, to the ungodly, the Lord's ways are grievous. All right? And they don't understand his judgments. Damn Ray, who sells drugs to his people, kills people, does all manner of wickedness. When he gets shot, nobody understands why he got shot. The ungodly don't understand why perfect Ray got shot. He was such an angel. He was this. He did so much for the community. But having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you think, damn, that was a wicked nigga, man. He got judged. All right? So, There's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding makes things simple, man. You understand that there's a action, then there's a reaction. We learned that in school. The Lord lets us make that action, and then he reacts. He's the best reactor. And it doesn't have to be immediately. You feel me? It doesn't have, and that's how a lot of people, they live wicked and nothing's happening to them, and they think that it's righteous, but it ain't. The Lord just ain't get up with you yet. The Lord ain't get up with you yet. All right, let's get that. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 11. Slocky, excuse me. This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Like, you know what? I've been doing this for this amount of time. The Lord, nothing's going to happen to me. I've been doing this for this long. I'm untouchable. I've been doing this for this long. You know that song? Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you. That's the I'm led to believe spiritually that's the Lord's song, man. Cause baby, you can't get away from the Lord. No time span, no nothing. He's going to get up with you if you continue living wicked. All right, let's reiterate that. Romans chapter 2 verse 3. This is the book of Romans chapter 2 and verse 3. All right, here we go. And thinkest thou this, O man, that judgest them which do such things, and doest the same, that thou shalt escape the judgment of God? Meaning, do you really think that they're going to escape judgment? Everything's good. Everything's good until it ain't good. Moving on to verse 4. Or despisest thou the riches of his goodness and forbearance and long suffering, not knowing that the goodness of God leadeth thee to repentance? So coming into this truth, you got to understand that the Lord could have killed you a long time ago. The Lord could have ended you a long time ago, but he forbeared and he allowed you to come into this truth, man. He gave you that grace, that mercy to come into this truth. All right. But after thy hardness and impotent heart treasurest up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of God. You feel me? Who will render to every man according to his deeds. So right now the Lord's rendering every man according to his deeds. And when the day of the Lord comes, he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna do it a lot worse, man. A lot more bloody. All right. Moving on. To them who by patient countenance and well-doing seek for glory and honor and immortality and eternal life. But unto them that are contentious and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation and wrath. Now, did he say Satan is going to cause indignation and wrath? No, he said he's going to do it. Blaming it on Satan is kind of a cop-out, man. It's a cop-out. All right? Let's go back to Job chapter 31 verse 3. This is the book of Job chapter 31 verse 3. Is not destruction to the wicked and a strange punishment unto the workers of iniquity? Doeth not he see my ways and count all my steps? Yeah, because the Lord sees everything you do in public and everything you do secretly, all right? Don't think because you getting away with something, nobody's seeing you. The Lord's seeing you. That's all that matters. The Lord sees you. And if you're doing wickedness, he gonna get up with you, man. And like I said, it don't gotta be death, man. I always say people commit suicide because there are some things worse than death. You gotta be going through something crazy in order for you to take your life. For you to think that it's better to die. And that's Satan working on you. But who allowed Satan to do that? Who did Satan have to get permission from? The Lord. And why did he get the permission? Because you're living wicked. You really can't make this stuff up. It's a beautiful thing to have favor from the Lord. A lot of people say, oh, the Lord, won't he do it? He found my favor. You know, you win the lottery for $1,000. Won't he do it? My favor. And you go and buy a whole bunch of crab legs, shrimp, and lobster with that $1,000. The Lord's not dealing with that, man. Or you go to the strip club and watch your sisters take off their clothes and you throw. The Lord's not dealing with that, man. And like I said, if we keep living wicked, he gonna get up with you. John, who goes to the strip club every week, took a stripper home, got drugged, and got robbed. It's called judgment. It's amazing. And the Lord created people to perform heinous act. He created all these things for death and destruction, man. He created certain things specifically to torture. All right? For real, to torment. Let's go to Psalms chapter 17, verse 13. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 17. And verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. From men which are thy hand. So, okay, we got to put this into context, right? This is David asking the Lord to deliver him from the wicked, which is thy sword. Meaning the Lord could use somebody, well, that's what he does. He uses other people to bring judgment upon the wicked. The ungodly, the ones who don't want to follow the commandments. He used other people to take the children of Israel from boats to from the western shores of Africa to America with 3 Ks, man. He used his sword, which is wicked people. So let's get that again. This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 13. The Lord's amazing, man. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. For men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world which have their portion in this life, in whose belly thou fillest with hid treasure. They are full of children, leave the rest of their substance to their babes. So the Lord uses people to bring judgment on other people. All right? Let's go to Job 26 and 13. We're going to reiterate that. Job chapter 26 and verse 13. By his spirit he hath garnished the heavens, his hand hath formed the crooked serpent. The Lord created things to do evil upon people who don't listen. It's plain and simple. Some people make them, not my God. No, he wouldn't. No, Jesus wouldn't do that. He just kisses babies and holds hands. Nah. Let's reiterate that one more time. Let's go to Sirach chapter 39, verse 24. This is the book of Sirach chapter 39 and verse 24. All his ways are plain unto the holy, so are the stumbling blocks unto the wicked. Salakia. For the good are good things created from the beginning. So for the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, the Israelites who follow the Lord's commandments in truth and sincerity, all the good things that were created for you. Lord willing, were created for us. You feel me? Moving on. The principle. So evil things for sinners. He specifically created evil things for the ones that don't want to listen. All right. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water. This is deep. Are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. That means he created all these things for good use. You feel me? This is cold right here. Moving on to 7. All these things are for good to the godly. So to the sinners, they are turned into evil. All right? There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Now, when they say appease the wrath, which means to satisfy, who is them that made them? The Lord. So the Lord is doing these things. For example, when it says water, fire, people get burnt, man. People drown. You got to look at this on a spiritual level, man. Judgment comes in many ways, man. The Lord is the king of death. He created death, man. He can take, well, what is it? What one of them said? Salakia. The blood of the grape. I'm led to believe somebody done choked on a grape one time, man. The Lord is not playing. So it already reiterates that the Lord specifically created certain things to bring judgment onto people. He will send them angels to get at you. I always say, when a cops catch a hitman, yeah, they want the hitman. But who they really want, man? They want the boss that sent the hit, because he's the mastermind. He's the creator of the gang or the whatever. They want him. So if you are blaming things on Satan, man, take it up with the Lord, man. Take it up with yourself. Reevaluate your life. Yes, I hate my people. I sell drugs. I do all this wickedness. I eat all these abominations. I do immoral sex acts. but yet I don't know why all these horrific things are happening in my life. You got to be kidding, man. But let's get that again, because this ain't for everybody. Some people, they won't get the fact that you're living wicked. That's why it's happening. Let's go back to Psalms chapter 10, verse 4. We're going to reiterate that. This is the book of Psalms chapter 10 and verse 4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. So like it. A wicked person is not going to reevaluate their wicked lives and understand why all this wickedness is coming upon them. But the righteous will. I always say, whenever something bad happens to me, I kind of look back, man. I kind of be like, dang, how did I piss off the Lord? What did I do? And all the time, I have an answer, a legit answer. That's how you got to think circumspect. Why is this happening to me? What did I do in order for the Lord to send his wrath on me? What can I do to calm him down? All right? Because he'll send the angels on you, man. He'll send the goons on you, like they say. He'll make the call, and the angels will pull up on you. All right? Let's go to Psalms chapter 78, verse 49. This is the book of Psalms chapter 78, verse 49. He cast upon them fierceness, the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them. Now, why didn't he say Satan sent evil angels among them? We're talking about the Egyptians now, the heathen. Why didn't he say Satan sent evil angels? He sent the evil angels. The Lord makes the call, man. And the angels don't say, well, are you sure? Are you sure? No. Spiritually, you got to think spiritually. I'm led to believe they hang up the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm being funny. They hang up the phone, they put on their clothes, and they go to the head. The gas is already in the car. They don't got to stop at the gas station. They don't got to stop to get a meal before they put in the work. They go when the Lord say put in the work, they go put in the work, man. That's why if the Lord tell you to put in the work, you better put in the work. You better follow these commandments. You better fulfill your lot. And you better not hang up that phone. You better stay on the phone while you doing it the entire time. Am I doing this right, Lord? You say, where you want me to go now? Am I doing it right? It's very important, man. The Lord does good and he does evil in righteousness. Let's go to Amos chapter 3, verse 6. This is the book of Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people have not been afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it, man? That's cold, man. That means whatever happens, the Lord did it, whether it be good or bad. When that person gets hit with that stray bullet, the Lord did that. That was judgment. Let's get that again. That's powerful, man. Shall a trumpet, this is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Meaning, that's rhetorical. Yes, they're going to be afraid. Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? That's rhetorical. Yes, he did it. Come on, man. The Lord cold, man. He cold. And he rocking with it. He chose us. So get on his good side. And stay on it. That's important, because you can get on his good side. It's about staying on his good side till the end, which is approaching. All praises. It's very important. And get a couple more. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 13, verse 21. Okay. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 13, verse 21. Evil pursueth sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid, man. So if you out here sinning, you're doing things that the Lord commanded you not to do, it's going to pursue you. Now, like we said before, a pursuit doesn't mean you get caught. You feel me? When the cops pursue somebody, it may take them a few miles to catch them, but usually they catch them. So if you're doing wicked, it might have not caught up to you yet. It's in pursuit. And every second, and every sin that you do, the foot's going down on the gas little by little, little by little, until eventually, boom, your bumper gets hit, and you collide off the road, and when you wake up, you in cuffs. And those cuffs could be many things, like I said. Horrible things happening to your family, the people around you. Things plaguing your mind. You getting evicted or something. Death. The Lord, he can do these things, man. All right. Let's get another one. Let's go to... Oh, no, we got it. We're going to go to... First Peter chapter 3, verse 12. Then we're going to get into the promise that the Lord gave us for following the commandments, for being faithful and being sincere and loving him with all thy heart above everything. You're supposed to forsake everything for the Lord. All right? First Peter chapter 3, verse 12. This is the book of First Peter chapter 3 and verse 12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. And who is he that will harm you, if ye be followers of that which is good? Meaning, if you do what you're supposed to do, if you follow the commandments, the Lord has no reason to get at you. All right? But if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid in their terror, neither shall be troubled. All right? So we already get that if you do right for and with the Lord, he got you, man. You want to talk about a bodyguard? He's the ultimate. I don't even have words for it, man. The Lord is amazing, man. He's amazing. Oh my goodness. We're going to go to Galatians chapter 6, verse 16. This is the book of Galatians chapter 6, verse 16. And as many as walk according to his rule, peace be unto them, and mercy upon the children of God. That means if you walk in God's ways, if you follow the commands, I'm going to keep reiterating it. Peace will be upon you. You won't have nothing to worry about because you have faith in the Lord. And your faith is showed by your works. When he commands for you to do something, doing it. Let's get another one. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 21. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 21. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Meaning things are going to happen to the wicked that don't want to listen to the Lord. They're going to do wicked things. Let's get a little bit more. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 33. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 1, verse 33. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet and far and from fear of evil. You know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of people saying, oh, we don't want World War III to happen. Biden, stay out of it. The men of the Lord are not afraid, man. We know this is biblical prophecy too. But don't nobody give a damn about what goes on, man. Because we know we safe from the Lord. The ultimate protection. Y'all worrying about guns and Biden to protect you. If the Lord want to get you, he going to get you. It's that simple. All right? Let's prove that. This is Job chapter 4, verse 7. This is the book of Job chapter 4 and verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? That's a rhetorical question. Even as I've seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same, man. You reap what you sow, man. If you hear these scriptures and you don't agree with it, you're going to reap what you sow. The innocent has never perished, man. That don't make sense, man. That would be unequal, like we talked about before. The scriptures have talked about before. The Lord's ways are not unequally yoked, man. You get what you give. You reap what you sow. All right? Let's get Deuteronomy 32 and 39 real quick, and then we're going to call it a day. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 39. Verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. That means if the Lord gonna get you, he gonna get you. And it's nobody else but the Lord. For I lift up my hand to heaven and I say, I live forever. If I wet my glittering sword, and my hand shake hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies, and I will reward them that hate me. So the Lord does good, and in righteousness, he allows evil. He sends the hit. All right? How do we stay? How do we get in the Lord's good graces? What's the conclusion of the whole matter? What's the reason why the Spirit allowed me to make this video? All praise to the Most High. Let's get it. Let's figure it out. How do we do it? Of course, there has to be a way to prevent wicked judgment, which is righteous to the Lord. We're going to go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. All right. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh, fear God, and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, man, this is the whole duty, to fear God and keep his commandments, because they're not grievous. It makes sense to eat food, to not eat food, which are carcinogens. It makes sense to not do immoral sex acts, because that is wicked, first of all. And you can't procreate doing that, man. You can't lay up with a dog or, another person of the same sex and create a baby, man. The Lord didn't make it like that. It's expedient for you to love your brothers and sisters, which is another commandment, so that, you get the love back. It's expedient for you to love the Lord our God with all thy heart, so that he can love us and protect us from these perilous times that are coming. Very perilous times. It's expedient to follow the Lord wholeheartedly and sincerely. That's what's expedient. All right? Not dealing with the folly. Not doing whatever we want. Not thinking that the Lord's not going to catch up with you, man. Because he will. On his time. All right? So let's get that one more time. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. All right? So Lord willing, that was edifying for somebody. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, it's time for us to wake up. Yesterday was the time for us to wake up to our God, Yahweh, and through his son, Yahushua, who the world calls Christ, all right? To follow the commandments and worship him as we were commanded, not as we were taught on a damn plantation, man. Because the Lord's not playing in these last days. He's coming to catch wreck. And you don't want to be a part of the wreckage. And he's catching wreck now on people who don't want to listen. All right? So it's time for us to come back. With that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Hamashiach, Malak Yahushai. And all that is all praise to the Most High God in the name of his Son, Christ. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, we are the children of the Most High. We are God's chosen people. We are the Jews that the Bible speaks of. We are living in the last days, man. The clock is ticking, man. The clock is ticking. It's time for us to come back and follow these commandments, all right? Israel, I love you. Israel, we got next.